Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of Crime Centric. This being a show, we're talking about crime dramas that I watch. For today's episode, I'm going to talk about the latest episode of Ray Donovan. Quite a few things went down in this episode, so let's break it down bit by bit. Obviously, we have Ray being tuned up by the dirty cops a little bit. And Mac gets called in. Mac's trying to talk to him, but he's like, come on, think about your family. And he's like, fuck you, Mac. Because Mac is like, I tried to tell you to get out of town, but you didn't listen. And he's like, now you got to play ball. And now Ray's screwed on multiple fronts because Mac is like, I vouched for you. I need you to look out for me. But for me, at that moment, I was like, the moment Ray kind of didn't respond to you, it meant that Ray was just done with you. It's like, if you had told me the truth, maybe I could have helped you out of this situation. We could have done something. But the fact of the matter is, now you put him, because of Mac, now Ray's got caught up in the crosshairs because of, well, not just Mac, just the entire situation's got him caught in the crosshairs of Variety and all the police under his belt. But then it turns out, oh yeah, Emerson wants him now too, because Emerson's got Ray by the balls, and Mac's like, dude, do you think I wanted this? I never wanted to put you a part of this, but like Ray's like, well, it's too late now, because you might not have wanted it, but you made me a part of this. So now Ray finds himself kind of screwed on many different fronts. So basically all the work he did trying to make Anita good, now he has to basically go and undo all of that. So he ends up getting Justine's brother arrested yet again, even though you went through all that trouble to get him out of prison. And then you get her to go on TV to denounce, like, I was like, oh yeah, someone hired me to do that thing to bolster Anita's numbers. But it turns out Ferrati isn't done with that, because he's like, oh yeah, also, like, the orders are coming down. They want Ray to get Justine to name Sam as the one who brought, because it's not just about taking Anita down. This is all about Sam, because Sam threatened him. Sam challenged him. Kind of shows you how much of a, I mean, it's not to be underestimated how he holds a grudge and stuff like that. Because the whole thing is, the sad thing is, like, Ray's doing all this, but for Eddie, it's like, Emerson's like, I'll take him down eventually. It's like, you're literally going to let that jackhole win the election, be in that powerful position. But I guess it's for him, it's like, let him be in that powerful position, let him kind of stay, do his own thing. He'll slip up eventually, and I'll bring the whole house of cards down on him, essentially. But to do so, Ray has to basically implode every relationship, because it's like, for one, he did the whole Justine thing behind Lena's back. Lena did him the favor of going to get Bridget, because he was like, no, she was like, let me do it. At first, I think Ray didn't want to get her mixed up in all of this, but it's like, thank you, I appreciate it. She did it. And, you know, obviously that ruined things between him and Bridget, because Bridget's like, what did you do now? And he's like, it's over. And it's like, can me and Smitty go home? And he's like, yeah. And for her, it's like, how much distance can be kept between us before I'm no longer caught up in your BS? And he's like, I'm sorry. And she's like, you always are. It's so sad, especially because last episode, I think I forgot to talk about it, but she was like, I don't want to be mad at you anymore, Dad. Like, I love you. I just don't want anything to happen to you. Like, you know, she kind of had like a epiphany, I guess, in a sense. And she just wanted to be like, I love you, Dad. But it's like, the moment she says that, the next episode, everything turns upside down. It's like, I can't escape your BS. Your BS always circles me. And it's just not me, the entire family. Even when Mom was around, this was an issue where we're getting caught up in everything that you were doing. That was a big focal point in season 4. And it's just kind of like, it's enough. Enough is enough. Like, that life has cost them so much already. They've gotten caught up in the middle of so much. And it's just like, I can't escape it. You're my dad. I love you and everything. But you were so complicated. I can't have you in my life and live the life I want to, you know? I was actually surprised that whole Mickey situation, because I was about to say, this is about to turn into a clusterfuck. The cops are already looking out for Bridget just because, like, they're keeping an eye on Ray's family. There's Dad. Then a villain like Mickey shows up. I'm like, dude, I thought Mickey was going to stick around to a certain extent, or at least get caught up in it some way. I was like, this is going to be a clusterfuck. But sadly, he left before things got too bad. He even says, like, tell Bridget I'm sorry. I wish I was a better grandfather. So it's like, once again, Ray doesn't want to admit it, but him and Mickey are a lot alike in that regard, of just kind of like, they try their best, but they ultimately keep fucking up to the biggest extent. Because once again, this isn't just about all of them on this side of things. Once again, he screwed over Anita. There's that dude that beats him up at the end, which I've seen that actor in so many different things. He was in Luke Cage season 1. He was the prison dude there. There was something else I've seen him in, I just can't remember what. But I've definitely seen that actor in a few things. But it's like, that guy, I doubt he works for Anita. I'm sure it's for Sam. Like, if Ray probably had let everyone know, like, what he was doing and why he was doing. I mean, to be fair, you got a powerful ally like Sam. Sam would have had your back. You know, because Lena's like, I heard from Justine, and he's like, no, I'll fix it all. Because it's like, yeah, you screwed over Anita, and Sam's going to be coming after you. And he's like, no, I'll figure a way out of this. It's like, can you? Because that's the sad thing about it. Ray's life had fallen apart at the end of season 6 the end of season 5 / the beginning of season 6. After losing Abby, he just fell apart in many different ways. Just everything that went down in season 5. Then, like, after a time skip, he picked himself back up. He had Mac there as an ally, and now it's like all that's come crumbling down. Along with, like, he got pulled back in. It was like, hey, he was picking himself back up just to get smacked back down, and it's sad, you know. Like I said, if he had turned to someone, which I think Ray has a tendency to handle so much on his own, if he had turned to Sam, maybe she could have helped him out of this situation, gave you protection for your family, maybe. Because that's the thing, Mac wants to ask him next, like, yo, you got to get Justine to say it was Sam who paid her. And it's like, okay, so will he go that far? Because obviously he went this far because he was very protective of Sam. It's like, yo, you went too far, bam. You go near her again, I will kill you. And it's like now Ferretti's doing all of this, but once again, he's by the balls. Because all of this is about that Arthur Kill prison. I was like, why is that place so important? It's like, okay, because it's a private prison, and for every inmate in there, you get a little bit of a kickback. And Ferretti's made like 4 to 5 million, even more. 4 to 5 million. I don't want to make that sound like 45 million, but $4 to $5 million off of kickback from that, maybe more. So that's why Sam wants it too, because it's a big payday. Not unless she has other plans for that in land, but I'm assuming it's just the kickback that she's aiming for. So, the dude who knocks Ray out at the end, I'm assuming that works for Sam, but we'll see. Laid Ray out. I mean, to be fair, Ray was super drunk, but it took that one punch, bam, to the face, and he drops like a log. So, that's definitely going to be complicated. Like I said, because it's souring his relationship with Bridget and kind of sours his relationship with Lena, which we can obviously tell they're kind of already in a sour state in between seasons and stuff like that. I feel like this is the worst we've seen their relationship. So we'll see if Ray can manage to piece this all back together, especially because he's in the forefront of all of this. An IA investigation with Emerson, a dirty mayor like Ferretti, plus a power hitter like Sam. It's like you kind of want to bet on the winning side, and I think no matter what happens, it's Sam. Like, Sam doesn't want to get rid of you, but she'll get rid of you if she needs to, if you prove to not be who she needs. But we'll see in what ends up happening on that front. It's going to complicate things between him and Anita, though I don't know if it's going to go beyond where their relationship is right now anyway, whether there's any plans for more for that or not, but we'll see. Down on the front, you talk about Mickey. I love Mickey's getting a disguise and stuff like that. And then he sees that guy at the airport or whatever, and it's like the guy's looking at his tablet and he's looking back up at Mickey. It's like, oh, he recognizes it because Mickey literally just saw the newspaper, his face blasted over it. And then he runs, bumps into the cop, and he pushes the cop in the face. It's like the cop probably didn't even recognize you, but Mickey's so paranoid and freaked out because, like, crap, I ran into a cop. No telling if things were going to whether or not the cop knew about him ahead of time or not, or recognized his face. So he runs, so Mickey's kind of screwed himself over. He's already doubly wanted, but now they were already looking for you anyway. And then on top of that, you try to rob that bus full of people, then you rob that cash place, and now you push the cop in the face. It's just like, man, you were just, once again, the Donovans can't catch a damn break, especially Mickey and Ray. It's just kind of screw yourself over in some shape or form. So there's that. And then on top of that, we have the boys hanging out this episode because Terry's thinking of Bunchy's thinking of turning himself over. Him, Terry, and Bunchy, and Daryl, I hate when I get all tongue-tied in names and stuff like that, all decide to go to Boston to visit their mom and Bridget, their sister. Because Terry and Bunchy were drinking and reminiscing about their mom, and just, at this point in his life where he is right now, that's why he wants to give himself over, because it's like, what do I have left to live for? I don't have my wife, I don't have my child, like, I've got nothing. Terry's trying to figure out, like, how to handle this situation too. I did like that brotherly moment where we had, like, Daryl, Bunchy, and Terry in the bar, and the guys were acting like assholes, and they try to put him in their place. It's like, Terry's defending the bartender, Daryl's defending Terry, and is like, yo, that's my brother, don't talk about him like that. And then Bunchy's like, yo, those are my brothers, don't talk about them like that. And he's about to go, well, your brother is about to say the N-word. Bunchy lays him out, dude. the Donovan's going ass-kicking spree. It's like, that was a heavily one-sided fight. You also saw Terry being like, bam, 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 bam. Terry's in really good shape, not only just because, you know, obviously he runs the gym and everything, but also because of the fights and stuff like that. You saw at one point Daryl had to pull him off because it's like, yo, but like Terry would have killed that dude. But it was even this sweet moment where Daryl, like, before there's that messed up scene between Daryl and Bunchy, and Daryl's like, yo, I'm so sorry about the Maria situation. He's like, this is your fault. Daryl's like, how the hell is it my fault? It's like, it's because you could have thrown away that gun. Like, it's the back and forth of like, well, the fact of the matter is, you got dad, or you killed an FBI agent. It's like, well, you kidnapped my movie star. And it's like, oh, well, you put Pops in prison. It's like, well, Ray told me to. It's like, do you do everything Ray tells you to? Do you? It's just the back and forth. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to tell you something I always want. I'm going to tell you what you are. And he's like, you're a shit singer. I didn't expect that to come out of his mouth. That's so interesting. Also, that side note of, I love that we get that little info of like, oh yeah, Jay went to rehab. So the movie production got shut down for like a month because it's like, oh yeah, you know, PTSD plus having a drug addiction, not a great combination. So there's that. But that other moment I really liked was kind of Daryl was kind of apologizing because it's like, yeah, you know, because like Bunchy played a song that was their mom Mary's favorite song, and Daryl's apologizing because he's like, yeah, all that, you know, my mom, Mickey, and Terry's like, nah, don't even start. Like, all that had nothing to do with you, like, so don't even blame yourself for all that, because it's like, at the end of the day, everything that went down, that was Mickey's fault. You know, just as much as they're not responsible for their father's decisions, like, Mickey's proclivities aren't on Daryl either. So I thought that was kind of a nice touch, kind of a little, you know, further bonding. And then also that scene where Bunchy breaks down in the church, I thought was kind of nice, because for him it's like he's screaming to Jesus and God, because like, you fucked me every time. It's referencing what literally happened to him with that priest, and it's like, there's that, and probably not just stopping there, but literally everything. It's like every time he turns around, you screwed me over. It's like, you owe me one, give me this. And it's just like, Bunchy's like, I'm gonna give myself up. But like, you know, Daryl's like, I don't know what we're gonna do, but you're not gonna turn yourself in. Lo and behold, who we see across the street? Freaking Sandy. I was like, what? That's crazy. Well, I mean, to be fair, I guess it makes sense because, like, I guess she got family in Boston, so of course she'd probably go back there. Because let's not forget, they still got a tracker in that money. Ray and them just don't know about it being like, oh yeah. Well, Ray still owes Sam that $3 million. I'm sure that debt's going to get even higher now that he's kind of screwed her over in that regard. So we'll see. But it's like, yo, this is, I guess, Bunchy kind of got his sign, and it's like, oh, there's Sandy. I'm gonna get our money back. So we'll see what happens there. Like, if he gets his money, what will Bunchy do? Will he simply leave the country or what? Because Sandy screwed him over. And I'm curious to hear what her rationale for it was. Probably like, I had to take it. This is like a one-in-life opportunity and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe she has issue with Mickey, or maybe it has nothing to do with Mickey or Bunchy. It's just the fact of the matter is, you know, it was an opportunity she couldn't pass up. But that was interesting. It's like the world kind of came together, like the universe kind of came together in that moment to be like, yo, here's a sign, give you a reason not to turn yourself in. So still, it's not the greatest thing. Still doesn't take away the fact is all the other shitty stuff in his life, but I think it gives him an outlet to point all his rage, as well as keeps him focused and not going to prison. So there's that. So quite a few things went down in this episode, and I'm so curious to see where all of this takes us. I'm so interested to find out what Sam's reaction is going to be to all of this. Like, because even when Sam's pissed, she doesn't really show it. She's very calm, cool, and collected, because she's like queen bee in a situation, and is like, as being as powerful as she is, like I brought it up last episode, how she handled someone breaking into her place and pistol whipping her. She handled it like a damn boss, dude. You know, so it's kind of like, I'm sure she's going to have a calm, cool, and collected situation going on with Ray. But I'm also curious, like, will she try? Is she going to try and help Ray out of this? Is like, you know, I mean, because Ray is kind of like the, oh yeah, idea guy. So, and also, because I love that cut back where it's like the dude on the, that Justine was talking to about the whole situation. And he's like, well, what kind of messed up mind comes up with something like that? And it cut to Ray, and he was kind of ignoring his phone, or he was checking his phone or something like that. I thought that was kind of a nice cut. like that. Like I said, I am very excited to see what the next episode has in store for us with all of this. But really, that's all I want to talk about. To the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.